From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Good Monday morning. We still have a handful of fires that are burning within the viewing area. We'll go ahead and start in Yakima County, as we've been doing over the past couple weeks or so now, with the Williams Mine fire still burning to the south of Mount Adams, and the perimeter on average got about 1/4 of an inch of rainfall for this weekend. And remember, on Friday morning this thing was at 2% containment. Now it's at 5% containment, so some progress there. And this thing is a little bit closer now to 12,000 acres. And then with the Retreat fire, this thing's now 85% contained. So good news there. Also, US 12 is open, at least partially opened, and it is accessible now across Yakima County. Then for the Battle Mountain Complex, we went ahead and took the NF Owens fire off the map. We hadn't gotten an update on that one in about 3 weeks. But with the Monkey Creek fire, containment rose on this one up to 94%. Very, very good news in that regard. So I'll show you what our air quality looks like for this morning. Also, I'll show you what else to expect for this Monday. And that's going to be coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, one home is destroyed after a wildfire gets out of control over the weekend in Benton City. We have the details.
And drone video from the Kennewick Police Department shows the moment a teen with an active warrant was taken into custody. We've got the video and the story in a few minutes.
Plus, sad news from Special Olympics Washington about this year's state fall games. We'll tell you about the decision they had to make. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Dewall.
I'm Jill Sperling. It is Monday, August 19th. Back at it, another work week.
Another work week, another Monday, but it's going to be a good Monday, I hope, at least.
Let's keep a positive attitude.
We're going to do that, exactly.
It will be a good Monday.
And there were quite a few stories happening over the weekend, so we're going to start off in your fire news recap. So one home is destroyed with many other buildings damaged after a large wildfire grew out of control just outside of Benton City over the weekend.
The fire started just before 1:30 p.m. Saturday in the 56,000 block of North Thomas Road. At least 3 helicopters were on scene dropping water on the blaze to help stop the spread. Officials say the strong winds were a major factor. They also say it appears the fire started in dry brush and spread to nearby homes.
The fire was said to be about 10 acres, according to the National Interagency Fire Center. Agencies that responded include Benton County Fire District 2, 5, Franklin County Fire District 3, the Kennewick Fire Department, and the West Benton Fire Rescue. The cause of the fire is unknown.
The Kennewick Fire Department is reminding people about proper installation, venting, and maintenance of clothes dryers following a house fire yesterday afternoon.
Crews responded to a house fire on South Conway Street around 1 p.m., finding smoke pouring out of the home. One of the occupants told them the laundry room was on fire and they had been unable to put it out. Firefighters searched the home for anybody inside, and Benton PUD de-energized the home to keep it safe for firefighters.
The fire was out within 10 minutes of crews arriving. One person was taken to the hospital for possible smoke inhalation. The official cause is under investigation.
On Friday, Governor Jay Inslee issued an emergency proclamation to help clear and repair roadways affected by wildfires in Ferry, Klickitat, Skagit, and Yakima counties.
Since July, Washington state has experienced abnormally dry weather conditions with periods of exceptionally high temperatures, creating high-risk fuel conditions in these counties. The resulting large number of fires has also created damage to transportation infrastructure, requiring increased response activity.
Take a look at this now. What you're seeing is drone video posted to social media by the Kennewick Police Department. It shows the moment a 17-year-old with an active warrant for assault in the 3rd degree was taken into custody.
According to KPD, an officer spotted the teen walking in the area of 4th Avenue and South Union Street. Police say the suspect had committed several additional crimes since his warrant had been issued and has a known affiliation with a local gang. When approached, KPD says he ran into a backyard near West 7th Avenue and South Union Street.
Because they believed he could have a weapon, KPD brought in a canine and members from the Tri-City Regional SWAT team. When they arrived, the suspect left his hiding place and surrendered without further incident. He's been booked into the Benton Franklin Juvenile Justice Center on his warrant and several new charges. Now back in Pasco, we have a crime alert for residents in District 2, which is the area west of US 395. Pasco PD says they have noticed an increase in residential burglaries.
They say this is due to garage doors being left open or not fully secured. Police say most of these burglaries are happening overnight.
Patrol officers say they will increase their visibility in neighborhoods during the night, and they'll work to contact homeowners who have left their garage doors open.
Last week marked a milestone for the Benton County Sheriff's Office.
As of Thursday, the department became fully staffed. Sheriff Tom Croskrey says when he started at the Sheriff's Office, they were down 15 deputies. He says investigators screened over 200 applicants to get the select few that they've now hired. And the city of Richland is inviting you to meet the Richland Police Chief candidates on Wednesday, September 4th. That's from 6 to 8 p.m. at Richland City Hall.
The city says if you have a question you would like to submit for consideration during the panel discussion, visit the police chief page on the City of Richland's website. Well, sad news from the Special Olympics.
The organization is canceling this year's State Fall Games. The Tri-Cities have been the host of these games since 2019. Special Olympics Washington says the decision was made upon a thorough examination of resources.
The organization says it's facing a challenging financial landscape and had to make this hard decision to ensure the long-term success and sustainability of the organization. While the State Fall Games will not be happening this November as originally planned, athletes will still participate at regionals for bowling and flag football.
Up next on Good Morning Northwest, it's been 1 year since the Oregon and Gray Road fires changed the lives of thousands of people. We take a look back at what happened and what has been rebuilt since then.
But first, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth will have your weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest will be back in just a moment.
Ready to bring your dream bathroom to life? At Floor & Home, you dream, we install. This month, pay no sales tax at your local Walla Walla or Tri-Cities Floor & Home.
Phones were made to help us connect, yet somehow they've made us less connected.
Which is ironic.
Don't you think? We try to put our phones down, but we need to pick them up to see the menu. We can't watch something without also watching something else.
Ironic.
Ironic.
But look, here's a phone company who wants you to use your phone less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way.
Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Traffic jam. Ugh, and I'm already late.
It's time to get moving with a new car from Overturf Kia. The new 2024 Kia Niro gives you 3 great ways to save fuel. Available with a fuel-efficient gas-electric hybrid, a plug-in hybrid, or as a full electric vehicle. A new 2024 Kia Niro LX gas-electric hybrid starts at just $28,980. Plus, get 4.49% interest for up to 72 months. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
Don't fight the traffic and parking hassles. Ride BFT to the fair for free. August 20th to the 24th, courtesy of Benton Franklin Fair. No wristbands, no tickets, just hop on the bus. It's a free ride to the fair. Save time and buy fair entry tickets online before you board. Enjoy park and ride locations throughout the Tri-Cities. Extended services till 11:30 p.m. Dial-a-ride services also free. Ride stress-free and make your fair experience unforgettable. Learn more at bft.org.
Take off on a flight over a magic place filled with cherries and so much more.
It's 35 farmers, about 2,000 acres of fruit trees. And then, of course, an assortment of veggies and berries, and you name it.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Don't give a rat's behind. That's below.
A new era begins.
And I'm just getting started.
Judy Justice.
See the premiere of Judy Justice, Monday, September 9th at 3, followed by news and Monday Night Football. Only on Apple Valley News Now.
Ready to bring your dream bathroom to life? At Floor & Home, you dream, we install. This month, pay no sales tax at your local Walla Walla or Tri-Cities Floor & Home.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We're seeing pretty good air quality for most spots this morning. We are just seeing a little bit of some thicker haze, an area of some thicker haze in the foothills of the Blues, also in the Blue Mountains proper. But let's show you what happens to all this for the rest of today. We put this into motion. This is by lunchtime. Maybe some of this light haze starting to wobble back to the west, getting into parts of Franklin and Benton and Yakima and Kittitas counties. But you see it's going to be pretty light for the most part. And then into tomorrow, it's going to be just about the same thing. In fact, the first half of the day is going to be even clearer as opposed to today. But then as we start to head into the late afternoon to early evening, that's when maybe we start to see some more light haze trickling in. But the bottom line for the next couple of days is that air quality is not going to be that big of a concern. Temperatures this morning in the 50s and 60s, so I think a lot of us would probably need a light jacket as you're headed out the front door. But later today, more t-shirt weather. It's going to be warm. It's going to be seasonal for mid-August, as we'll have highs right around 90 degrees in the Tri-Cities. But you notice that it might actually feel a little bit cooler out there with clouds increasing a bit later in the day. So for today, most of us ending up in the 80s, pretty light haze. We'll have sunshine, but there will be clouds building throughout the day. Also, a very small chance for a shower or a thunderstorm in the Kittitas Valley, also for the Cascades. And that chance will be going way up later this week. I'll show you just how high some of those chances could be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. It was 1 year ago that the Oregon and Gray Road fires tore through Medical Lake in Elk, uprooting hundreds of families and changing the lives of thousands. Those wildfires torched more than 22,000 acres of land, destroyed 366 homes, and took the lives of 2 community members, becoming one of the most destructive natural disasters in Washington's history. 1 year later, the rebuilding process remains slow and uncertain. Hunter Bertram has the story of one survivor who's still able to smile despite losing everything.
Deborah Sipe loves to grow sunflowers. And at 72 years young, she's still trying to get the hang of it.
Yeah, they're all leaning down because they're kind of, I don't know, they're hot.
Her overheated sunflowers are growing next to her temporary home.
I'm getting used to it. It's okay. It's like, what are you going to do? Wait for something better, that's all.
At 72 years old, Deborah Sipe is rebuilding her life from the ground up.
The original emotion was like, what the heck? How can this happen? I mean, this isn't real. I'm just going to go and evacuate, and then I will be back.
But that didn't happen. A year ago, to the day of this interview, Deborah's home, along with nearly all of her belongings, were destroyed by the Oregon Road fire, and so was her sister's.
It's one thing to lose a structure, your house. I had a big house here, but it's another thing to lose everything that's inside of it.
The property you can see around me is where Karen and Deborah have lived for nearly 50 years. And they tell me these trees used to be luscious and green, and now they're a reminder of what happened just a year ago.
But from the very beginning, I've smiled and laughed. Because I figured that was important, to keep a smile within.
Even though she lost her beloved plum tree, her home, her vinyls, her sanctuary, Deborah's somehow finding joy in a time of uncertainty.
Very easy to feel sad and miss the old things, but at the same time, I have to figure, well, at least I finally got a new spatula.
What's next for Deborah and her sister? A year later, they still don't know, but they're planning to take on life a day at a time, like so many who were affected by these devastating wildfires. In Elk, Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
Turning to severe weather news across the country, in Colorado, dozens of people were treated for heat-related illnesses at the Pikes Peak Regional Air Show on Saturday. According to the Colorado Springs Fire Department, several people were sent to the hospital with heat exhaustion and dehydration, and some showed signs of heat stroke. Officials are calling it a mass casualty event because of the number of people affected, but so far there are no reports of any deaths. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, the FDA has approved sales for the first at-home over-the-counter syphilis test. Details coming up in your health headlines. We'll be right back.
Board-certified psychiatric nurse practitioner Stephen Stokes provides mental health care for patients 13 and older at Prosser Memorial Health's Benton City Clinic. His services include the assessment and treatment for mental health issues and psychiatric medication management. Your mental health is vital to your overall well-being. To schedule an appointment with Stephen Stokes, call the Benton City Clinic at 509-588-4075. This is how we care.
Hello? You gotta get your story straight. Do you want this face to believe that? You're cooked. What an idiot. Get it through your noodle. Don't give a rat's behind. That's baloney.
A new era begins.
And I'm just getting started.
Bigger cases.
She was lured to your apartment.
Higher stakes.
That's almost like kidnapping.
Judy Justice.
See the premiere of Judy Justice, Monday, September 9th at 3, followed by news and Monday Night Football, only on Apple Valley News Now.
STCU and Apple Valley News Now honor local volunteers by sharing their stories and donating $1,000 to their favorite charities. To nominate someone who's making a difference in Benton and Franklin counties, just click on Volunteers Count at applevalleynewsnow.com.
There are those who factor and those who don't. Nothing this good comes this easy.
Except Factor.
Fresh, never frozen meals ready in 2 minutes.
Bad sleep.
No, the worst.
You know, there's really no excuse for bad sleep. During the Labor Day sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or save up to $700 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and score a $300 gift. Check out the Summit, just $299.99. Or get 60 months, no interest, and free shipping. The Labor Day sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
While many things in life change, one constant is the accuracy of our forecast.
Because at Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather, accuracy matters.
We're Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather, on your side.
Always on your side.
This is our official work cat. It's amazing what we keep here for decades and decades. It purrs.
It purrs.
Next live, Sutton Foster. Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now. E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Looks like we have pretty clear skies out there for this morning, but clouds will be building throughout the rest of today. Let's go ahead and show you that with Futurecast. We put this into motion. Notice for this morning we do have some clouds in Yakima County, but a little bit later today the cloud coverage becomes more widespread. And into the late afternoon or early evening, that's when we can maybe see a shower or a thunderstorm for the Kittitas Valley, also in the Cascades. That's a pretty low in chance, though. I think most of us do stay dry. And then into tomorrow, it's going to be the same thing, at least in terms of the late afternoon to early evening thunderstorm chance for Kittitas Valley and the Cascades, but maybe some of that could seep down to the Yakima Valley as well. But again, with tomorrow, I think most of us stay dry again. So for today, it's going to be seasonal. We're going to have highs near 90 in the Tri-Cities, and clouds will be building throughout the day. It will be breezy today, winds gusting for most spots between 20 to 25 miles per hour. Haze should be pretty light for most spots. And then for tonight, the clouds will be decreasing, but that's going to happen in a west to east fashion. So we'll definitely have a lot more cloud cover in the foothills of the Blues and for the Blue Mountains proper. Breezes could still linger for the Kittitas Valley and for the Basin, gusting still between 20 to 25 miles per hour. Overnight lows dropping off into the 50s and even some low 60s for the foothills of the Blue Mountains. So we have these small shower and thunderstorm chances kind of persisting for today, for Tuesday, for Wednesday, but then surging up for Thursday through Saturday. So we'll watch for the fire start potential very closely. And of course, if there could maybe even be some small hail or gusty winds, it's still a little bit too far out to say anything specific about that. But as rain and thunderstorm chances go up, temperatures go down to 80 by Saturday. That will feel pretty fall-like. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. We'll be cooling off with pretty good air quality through Saturday. We'll have some small shower chances for Thursday and Friday. For Yakima, Monday will be the least active day this week. Multiple chances for showers and storms after that, likely peaking on Thursday. And then for Hermiston, We'll have more sunshine, but trending cooler for Tuesday and Wednesday. Small shower chances for Thursday and Friday, turning even cooler for Saturday. Then for Walla Walla, clouds hang around for Tuesday. Small, consistent shower chances after that for Wednesday through Sunday.
Thank you, Josh. In your health headlines this morning, a new test could help stop the spread of a sexually transmitted disease by making it easier for people to find out their status. Sales for the first at-home, over-the-counter syphilis test have been approved. The FDA made the announcement Friday, saying this is just a first step for someone who suspects they have the disease. If the person tests positive, they are advised to visit a healthcare provider. The test will take just 15 minutes from start to finish. A single drop of blood will determine if somebody has syphilis. The maker of the test, Now Diagnostics, said it should be available in the next few months and it'll cost about $30. Syphilis cases increased 80% between 2018 and 2022. Updated COVID-19 vaccines could get FDA approval as early as this week. If that happens, it would bring a new shot to the market earlier than last year's update. That version got approval on September 11th. Both Pfizer and Moderna say their vaccines should be available to people days after the FDA signs off on them. Novavax's vaccine will take a little longer because it's based on a different technology that makes more time to manufacture. The new vaccines target newer versions of the Omicron COVID variant. Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, this week marks the 60th anniversary of Dean Martin knocking the Beatles out of the #1 spot on Billboard's Hot 100 chart. In celebration, Legacy Recording is releasing a new song. Details are coming up in your entertainment headlines.
Who do you call if you've been injured in an accident? Call the law firm whose lawyers have lived and worked right here in our community for many years. Call Allen Brecky Law Offices, 735-0546. Call now. They're waiting to help you.
Drive into summer with a new Honda Accord Hybrid, CR-V Hybrid, or the all-new Civic Hybrid. Take a vacation, staycation, or just a weekend drive with the windows down. Whatever you do, make it epic with Honda. The 2024 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Overall EV and Hybrid Brand. So act now. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into the Honda Summer Event.
Exmark mowers were born to deliver legendary reliability, signature cut quality, and stubborn durability that refuses to give in. Because like you, Exmark mowers were built for this. Save big on Exmark Vertex mowers. Take advantage of instant rebates and bonus fleet discounts for a limited time only.
Experience the difference. Liberty Lawn and Saw on Van Giesen in West Richland.
Granting a wish is a powerful thing. My relationship with Make-A-Wish began 14 years ago. We put on a small car show here at the dealership. We generated $4,600, and 14 years later, we cumulatively now have a total of $1.14 million we've done for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I'm lucky to have a position that affords me the opportunity to work with some fantastic people throughout Eastern Washington. They understand our motivation to support the community, and they truly want to support the community. Granting a wish is a powerful thing. You see the laughter, you see the smile. Being a part of that, you can't walk away from that. You want to help another child, and that's been my motivation for years. When a lot of people come together, to me, that's community, and that's home.
As part of Wheels Make Wishes Come True, a generous portion of every vehicle sold will be donated to help local kids.
Who do you call if you've been injured in an accident? Call the law firm whose members are an active part of our community and contribute to United Way, Red Cross, Rotary International, and other charities and community organizations.
Hello there. Watch Live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is time for some entertainment news now.
And this time we're talking about the latest news on Dean Martin.
Also, a Rick and Morty anime. Rick DeMagella has all of it in another
This week marks the 60th anniversary of Dean Martin knocking the Beatles out of the #1 spot on Billboard's Hot 100 chart. In celebration, Legacy Recordings has released a new Atmos mix of Everybody Loves Somebody, along with the song receiving platinum certification from the Recording Industry Association of America.
Shipton Abbott Police Station.
Shipton Abbott's finest are back.
Let's try and crack this case, shall we?
Production news: Beyond Paradise gets a new season. Filming is underway on the 3rd season of the crime drama, with seasons 1 and 2 available on the BritBox streaming service.
See ya, Morty!
You truly are a man of legend, Jerry Smith.
It's Rick and Morty, the anime. The spin-off series is directed by Takashi Sano of Lupin the Third fame, runs for 10 episodes with premieres on Adult Swim, followed by next day streaming on Max. Wubba lubba dub dub in Hollywood, I'm Rick Damagella.
Wubba lubba dub dub! If you guys don't know, that's what Rick does in the show, so you've got to check it out.
Everyone needs a catchphrase, right?
Yeah, I love wubba lubba dub dub.
Yeah.
It's so fun. So coming up next on Good Morning Northwest at 6:30, the Democratic National Convention kicks off today. We have a look at what's on the agenda.
Plus, a man has reportedly confessed to the brutal murder of his girlfriend. We have the harrowing story in our next half hour.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. Amazing offers on the best-selling trucks in America for 47 years. Don't wait. Get the deal you can't miss. Lease a 2024 F-150 STX for $399 a month or get 0 for $3,600 and $3,700 bonus cash.
Warning, your air conditioner unit needs service. Would you like me to call Bruce?
Yes, call Bruce.
Thanks to today's modern technology, it's never been easier to call Bruce Heating and Air. When your AC unit needs serviced, call Bruce.
Oh my gosh.
Let's get this party started. Just make sure you call the right Bruce.
Now through September 30th, receive rebates up to $1,850 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Take good care of you, Bruce Heating and Air.
Get 2.9% APR for 36 months plus $1,000 purchase allowance on most 2024 Cadillac models when you finance through Cadillac Financial.
Board-certified pediatrician Dr. David Carl cares for newborns through age 18 and is now accepting new patients at Prosser Memorial Health's Benton City Clinic. His services include well child exams, cold and flu, sports physicals, immunizations, and more. To schedule an appointment with Dr. Carl for your child, call the Benton City Clinic at 509-588-4075 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Power your adventures with the all-electric 2024 Subaru Solterra. It comes with legendary Subaru symmetrical all-wheel drive, standard, plus a rugged 8.3 inches of ground clearance. Everything about the Subaru Solterra is advanced, including the technology keeping you and your passengers safe. Love is now electric.
Find your way home in a new Subaru Solterra from McCurley Subaru during the Subaru A Lot to Love event.
Applying for Social Security disability benefits is the easy part. It's the winning that's tough.
Unfortunately, Social Security denies most people.
The best way to increase your chances of winning benefits is by hiring a lawyer.
I've helped more people win disability benefits than any other attorney in Central Washington.
If you can't work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411, Bothwell and Hamill.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. Amazing offers, like the Built Wild Bronco family. Get the deal you can't miss. Lease a 2024 Bronco Sport Big Ben for just $369 a month, only at your local Ford dealer.
Fly the Northwest over awesome orchards and gardens, Tuesday at 6. This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
Josh, it was your birthday this past weekend on Saturday, but you didn't really have birthday-like weather, did you?
No. I mean, but for a meteorologist, like maybe that would be.
So it was exciting?
Quintessential birthday weather, right? Yeah, it was exciting. The sky was lit up for sure. We actually got some like real tangible rainfall in the Tri-Cities. So, you know, all in all, good birthday, I suppose. Okay. Right now, you're taking a live look at the Atanum Ridge in Yakima. This view coming courtesy of Bimart. Looks like air quality is pretty good this morning, and there are some clouds up in the sky. Definitely more clouds in the Yakima Valley as opposed to the lower Columbia Basin. Temperatures this morning in the 50s or 60s, so I think most spots would probably want a light jacket as you're headed out the front door. A little bit later today, it's going to be seasonal for mid to late August, as we'll have temperatures in the 80s, building clouds for most spots, and even the smallest chance of a shower or thunderstorm for the Kittitas Valley, also up into the Cascades. So yes, there is that small thunderstorm chance for today. It's definitely going to be a lot more prevalent by later this week. Air quality not that big of an issue for this week, at least for the time being. And our temperatures, even though they're seasonal for now, they're going to be much cooler, maybe even, dare I say, a little bit fall-like by the end of this week. And that's definitely going to help us out when it comes to fire risk. But I'll show you just how dry our vegetation is looking for today, especially with some lightning in the forecast for today. And that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. And we start this half hour off with a disturbing story from Seattle, where a man has reportedly confessed to the brutal murder of his girlfriend.
Hannah Knowles has the story, but a warning, some of these details may be hard to hear.
New video captures Andy Chu and his girlfriend carrying groceries into his townhome on August 9th. Court documents identify the pair after a neighbor confirmed the Lake City townhome belongs to Chu.
They put up crime scene tape, and so that was, sort of immediate that something bigger was going on.
According to court documents, Chu told detectives he had a memory of, quote, choking her, twisting her neck, and holding her down under the water in the bathtub, and placing a white ball in the victim's mouth to, quote, fix her jaw. The autopsy also revealed blunt force trauma to her face, head, neck, chest, arms, and legs.
Some of those details are hard to read, but they're important for King County prosecutors to get before the court.
The next day, around 8 o'clock in the morning, Chu is captured on doorbell cameras leaving alone. His girlfriend nowhere in sight. Hours later, her body found on the bathroom floor after neighbors reported water coming from the townhome.
The cops were taking our trash as evidence because there was like a mask in the garbage. I guess they presumed that had something to do with it.
Documents say Chu was then taken to UW Medical Center Northwest by friends for psychotic behavior. That's when police say they were notified that a patient assaulted a nurse by groping her breasts and attempting to pull her head down.
It's exactly the details in the charging documents that made us want to ask for a $5 million bail.
Chu told detectives he thought he broke his girlfriend's neck and he remembered her bleeding from her nose, which he wiped away. He also said he tried a number of things to revive her, including sprinkling acai powder all over her.
And bail has now been set at $5 million. The suspect's next court appearance is set for August 28th.
We turn to political news now. Thousands of Democrats are converging in Chicago as today kicks off the Democratic National Convention. This is where Vice President Kamala Harris is expected to officially become the party's nominee for president. Harris arrived in Chicago yesterday.
And President Biden is set to headline opening night tonight. Biden is expected to lay out his argument for electing Harris, describe all the two have achieved together, and stress the need to defeat former President Donald Trump.
In more political news, Saturday, Dr. Jill Stein accepted the Green Party's nomination for president. The party's convention was held virtually. Stein and her running mate, Rudolph Butch Ware, won the party's vote during the three-day nominating convention. And Stein championed her commitment to progressive causes and touted the party's ballot access efforts in her acceptance speech.
Also saying she selected Ware because she wanted someone who could support her criticisms of the war in Gaza. The Green Party is currently on the ballot in 20 states plus Washington, D.C. Stein has previously been the Green Party's nominee for president in 2012 and 2016.
Around the world, the Secretary of State Anthony Blinken is in Israel today, where he met with Israeli President Isaac Herzog.
Blinken says this might be the best and last chance to push for a ceasefire and hostage deal. He will also be meeting with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and the defense minister. Blinken's visit follows talks last week where neither Israel nor Hamas accepted a bridging proposal the U.S. put forth. In a statement, Hamas blames Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu for the impasse.
Netanyahu's office says it won't outright end the war in Gaza. It also says Israeli troops will remain in a buffer zone between there and Egypt. Meanwhile, Iran is still threatening to attack Israel in retaliation for an assassination on its soil.
We're looking ahead to the first day of school, and for college students going into their first year, this can be an overwhelming time.
UW is providing some tips for new students and their parents.
The first is to do really well academically in your first year, because that has a lot of impact on your road to graduation. The second tip is to get to know the people on campus, get to know your faculty members, get to know your fellow students, go to office hours, join a club and organization. And then my final tip is to think about the future. Think about graduation. What will you be like upon walking across that stage and shaking the hand of the president?
UW says research shows that students who have a grade point average of 2.67 or higher in their first year tend to make it to graduation. Also, students who get involved in clubs or student government tend to have better grades and have an overall more enjoyable college experience.
WSU Tri-Cities will be welcoming new students this morning at its annual Wave the Flag event. WSU alumni, faculty, staff, and community members will be waving flags and signs to make the incoming students feel welcome on campus on their first day of school. Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, we've got the highlights from this hilarious annual event in Auburn, Washington. And yes, those are T-Rexes racing each other. That story coming up in just a few minutes.
And first, Chief Meteorologist Josh Culberth will have your weather forecast. We'll be right back.
ET and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra. At the Pacific Clinic, we understand the juggle of parenthood. That's why the PC is your one-stop shop for all your health, sports, and medical needs. Schedule your appointments around your favorite group fitness classes and use our on-site childcare services.
From women's health to care for your little ones, we practice a comprehensive approach to keep your family feeling great.
With our quick and convenient scheduling, we'll get you in within the same week, often the next day. Call us today at 509-783-5465.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider. So switch to Spectrum and get a powerful network that connects nearly 500 million devices.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month with free modem, no data caps, and no contracts. Plus, save with our 2-year price guarantee when you level up to a gig. Call 1-855-735-1336 or scan to call.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming with the most reliable internet speeds. Get a powerful network that millions of customers rely on. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month with 99.9% network reliability, no added taxes or hidden fees, and no contracts. Plus, save with our 2-year price guarantee. Call 1-855-735-1336.
Call now.
Take off on a flight over a magic place filled with cherries and so much more.
It's 35 farmers, about 2,000 acres of fruit trees. And then, of course, an assortment of veggies and berries, and you name it.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
STCU and Apple Valley News Now honor local volunteers by sharing their stories and donating $1,000 to their favorite charities. To nominate someone who's making a difference in Benton and Franklin counties, just click on Volunteers Count at applevalleynewsnow.com.
It's Mr. Mattress's Overstock Summer Liquidation Sale. Discover luxurious mattresses, bedding, pillows, and more at sale prices. Experience unmatched comfort with free delivery on local orders in the Tri-Cities. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to upgrade your sleep. Shop now and enjoy comfort at amazing prices. Visit Mr. Mattress at 1395 George Washington Way in Richland to upgrade your nights with quality and comfort. Mr. Mattress Overstock Summer Liquidation Sale.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Right now, temperatures are in the 40s and 50s for Kittitas County, 49 for Cle Elum, 55 for Ellensburg, and also close to 60 degrees in Vantage as we're at 59 there technically. And then for the Yakima Valley, 40s and 50s. 49 for Sunnyside, 51 for Yakima, 56 degrees for Union Gap. And then for the lower Columbia Basin, looks like we're just in the 50s for this morning. 57 for the Tri-Cities, 55 for Benton City, 58 degrees for Hanford. And then for the foothills of the Blue Mountains, 50s and 60s, low 60s for places like Milton, Freewater, and Walla Walla, but 30s and 40s for the higher terrain of the Blue Mountains proper. 30s and 40s for places like Meacham and Ukiah. So I think most of us would probably want some sort of light jacket for this morning at least, but a little bit later today, more t-shirt weather as will actually end up being pretty seasonal for the middle to late portions of August, as we'll end up being near 90 in the Tri-Cities. Here's today's vegetation dryness. Remember, the 100th percentile would be the driest vegetation on record, so we'll be up into the 66th percentile for Kittitas and Yakima counties. That's where we have lightning in the forecast today, specifically for Kittitas County and up into the Cascades. In the lower Columbia Basin, up into the 71st percentile. No lightning in the forecast here for today, and no lightning in the forecast for the Blue Mountains, where we'll be up into the 78th percentile, but shower and thunderstorm chances will be surging a little bit later this week. I'll show you just by how much coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Well, there was quite a bit of running going on this weekend in Auburn, Washington.
It was an annual race involving dinosaurs. ABC's Danny New tells us all about this hilarious event.
And dinos away! The most important track event of the summer. Good start for Dynamo. Over the weekend, Washington's Emerald Downs Racetrack once again hosted its annual T-Rex World Championship race, where hundreds of folks nestled inside these inflatable costumes compete to see who is the fastest dino in the post-Jurassic era.
I put on the suit, I'm like looking around at all these people, I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm in a dinosaur suit.
I spoke with the winner of the men's race, Shane Tam, who is a former college football player in the area. Shane was looking for something new to compete in, and also
I seen the last year's winner on the stuff had that big trophy. I was like, dude, it's going to look sick in the apartment.
But this year's contest was a little different. The third little dino and young Rex on the go. For the first time since the race began in 2017, Emerald Downs added categories. So we had this kids under 11 race, and then for the more experienced reptiles, Grandpa Rex, Senior, Fossilizer, moving quick, get out of my yard. There was also an event for carnivores over 50. Not to mention, they also split up the men and the women, and the women's race looked like it featured some light taunting. For the record, though, you can't blame anyone who winds up on the ground.
For all the athletes out there, it's like running with a parachute.
Shane confirmed it's pretty hard to run in these prehistoric bounce houses, and he says you can barely see where you're running. In fact, it looks like one shell of a dino got the job done. He didn't even know if he won.
I was like, did I win? Did I win? And they're like, yeah, you won. I was like,
but as you can see, Shane earned that highly coveted trophy with a T-Rex on top and the official title of the fastest T-Rex in the world.
So when you cross the finish line, what was going through your mind? Like, I did it! Or like, please let me take this thing off?
Both.
That's too funny.
Oh, you know what you call that? Him winning that trophy?
What's
a
that?
Tyrannosaurus flex.
Oh,
there's my dumb joke of the day.
Beautiful.
And they do that at the Dust Devils game every time.
Oh, okay.
Where the T-Rexes start racing.
Funny.
Oh, I love it.
Well, Shane says he plans to defend his crown next year, and he's planning on inviting his other former teammates to race as well.
And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your full weather forecast.
Plus, a look at your top stories in the morning sprint is just ahead. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
If you think a little change in dinner plans would bother Dee Dee,
then you'd be wrong. Let's roll, guys. Good. Hey, split up.
Yep, when it comes to dining out, Dee Dee knows how to roll. From all you can eat to the best burger this side of Mount Adams, Mexican food, pizza, or Asian fusion, it's always fine at Legends. Legends Casino Hotel, because fun is how we roll.
Life can be hard. With Culligan, your water doesn't have to be.
clock, and you're relaxing in that old thing?
Come on, a little duct tape. It's good to go.
Well, right now, you can score amazing comfort that's built to last with savings up to 50% during the Labor Day sale at Furniture Row. Shop today because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. You'll also find huge savings on living, dining, bedroom, and mattresses. Or get 60 months no interest financing. The Labor Day sale on now at Furniture Row.
Liberty Lawn and Saw Shop, your destination for outdoor power equipment. We offer a wide range of products from leading brands such as Exmark, Husqvarna, Echo, and Steel. Make your yard stand out with our range of professional-grade landscaping tools and equipment. We also provide a variety of services, including free pickup and delivery on deluxe services. Our team is committed to providing the best care for your outdoor equipment. Call us today or text us for faster service at 509-371-1477. Visit us in West Richland and at libertylawnandsawshop.com.
Don't give a rat's behind. That's baloney.
A new era begins.
And I'm just getting started.
Judy Justice.
See the premiere of Judy Justice, Monday, September 9th at 3, followed by news and Monday Night Football. Only on Apple Valley News Now.
Bull riding, the perfect fusion of strength, skill, and pure willpower. Professional bull riders aren't just athletes. They're daredevils with cowboy souls. Come experience the true modern West, where 8 seconds of glory will create a lifetime of memories. It's the PBR Challenger Series. PBR Kennewick at Toyota Center, September 6th and 7th. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com, PBR.com, and the box office. Hold on tight. The ride of your life is about to begin.
Watch me. Watch me shine with every snap. Born to move fans, to cheer and clap. 2 different legs, that's how I play. One built from science to help me on the day. Between these lines, I'm all heart and muscle. Don't stare too long, you'll miss the hustle. Watch me. Pioneers in prosthetic technology at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
Hello there. Watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. You're already seeing plenty of sunshine up in the sky in the Tri-Cities. This is our Columbia Point camera coming courtesy of the Legends Casino and Hotel. Let's show you what happens with all of this a little bit later in the day. Pretty clear skies right now in the Tri-Cities, a little bit more in the way of clouds in the Yakima Valley, but now we put it into motion. You can see by lunchtime, mostly sunny skies for most spots. Clouds will start to become a little bit more widespread a bit later in the day, and into the late afternoon to early evening, that's when we could maybe see a shower or thunderstorm popping up in the Kittitas Valley, also in the Cascades. And then into Tuesday, that chance is going to be pretty similar. Once again, late afternoon to early evening, that's when we'll have our best chance at seeing either a shower or a thunderstorm for the Kittitas Valley, for the Cascades, but also maybe seeping down to portions of the Yakima Valley. So we'll have to see about that. But overall, I think most spots should be pretty dry over these next couple of days. So for today, we'll be seasonal, near 90 in the Tri-Cities. We'll have clouds building throughout the day, pretty light haze for most spots, and the winds will gust between 20 to 25 miles per hour from most locations. And then for tonight, winds calming down for a lot of us, but still gusting between 20 to 25 miles per hour for the basin, also for the Kittitas Valley. Clouds will be diminishing tonight from the west to the east, so clouds will be a bit peskier for the foothills and also for the Blue Mountains proper. Overnight lows dropping off into the 50s and 60s, low 60s even for some foothills of the Blue Mountains. Okay, we'll have some more small shower and thunderstorm chances into Wednesday as well, but then those chances surge up again for Thursday through Saturday, and it's looking like we'll have to deal with the potential of fire starts at least, but we'll track that very closely. But as shower and thunderstorm chances go up, temperatures go down to around 80 in the Tri-Cities by Saturday. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. We'll be cooling off with pretty good air quality through Saturday. We'll have small shower chances for Thursday and Friday. For Yakima, Monday will be the least active day this week. We'll have multiple chances for showers and storms, likely peaking on Thursday. For Hermiston, more sunshine but trending cooler for Tuesday and Wednesday. Small shower chances for Thursday and Friday, turning even cooler for Saturday. Then for Walla Walla, clouds hang around for Tuesday. Small consistent shower chances after that for Wednesday through Sunday. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on GMA.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Good Samaritans to the rescue.
He had one hand on her and one hand trying to get the wheel.
Terrifying moments caught on camera as a 7-year-old girl was taken off her bicycle near Detroit, Michigan. But before the suspect could escape, his car blocked in by a Good Samaritan.
I had him put it in park, and then I literally pulled him out of the car and just held him against his car until police got here.
Police arrested 23-year-old Endi Bala, who authorities say attempted a different kidnapping an hour earlier, thwarted by another citizen who's now speaking out to GMA.
When I seen him grab her like a sack of potatoes, I'm like, nope, this isn't going to wash with me. This has got to stop now.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on those close calls and what you need to know to keep your children safe. With your GMA First Look, I'm Ariel Reshef, ABC News, New York.
When you have moderate to severe eczema, it's okay to show off. With Dupixent, show off your clearer skin and less itch. Because you have plenty of reasons to show off your skin. With Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, you can stay ahead of your eczema. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your skin from within. Many adults saw 90% clearer skin. Some even achieved long-lasting clearer skin and fast itch relief after first dose. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Show off to the world. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:51. It's time for your morning sprint. We're going to start off in your national headlines. Thousands of Democrats are converging in Chicago as today kicks off the Democratic National Convention.
This is where Vice President Kamala Harris is expected to officially become the party's nominee for president. Harris arrived in Chicago yesterday, and President Biden is set to headline opening night tonight.
The Secretary of State Anthony Blinken met with Israeli President Isaac Herzog today. Blinken is pushing for a ceasefire and hostage deal. Many analysts say that goal could be hard to reach.
His itinerary also includes meetings with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Defense Minister Yoav Gallant. His visit follows talks last week in Qatar, where neither Israel nor Hamas accepted a bridging proposal the U.S. put forth.
In your business headlines, many Disney superfans and bloggers are complaining about the high cost of vacationing at the happiest place on Earth. In response, Disney is offering a wider range of pricing and options, and Disney has touted lower price ticket options and value season deals at its resort hotels to allow families to visit even if they're on a tight budget.
At the same time, this week, Disney announced plans for an avalanche of new attractions and lands at its parks. More than $60 billion in investment is underway, doubling the size of the Avengers campus at Disneyland. In your health headlines, the U.S. is in the midst of a significant COVID wave. Experts expect the CDC to confirm viral activity levels are the highest they've been during a summer surge since the CDC began publicly tracking such data in January 2022. The rise in cases is being driven by waning immunity in the population and 3 new variants.
Researchers believe variants have mutated enough to escape the ability of current antibodies to quickly neutralize them. Cases are also climbing just as kids head back to classrooms in many parts of the country.
Turning to the WNBA for your sports headlines now, the Seattle Storm lost to the Indiana Fever last night.
The game was in Indianapolis, and Caitlin Clark made history again as she recorded her 226th assist in her first professional season with the Indiana Fever, setting the record for the most assists in a season by a rookie in league history. Final score was 75-92.
Now, here are the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. One home was destroyed with many other buildings damaged after a large wildfire grew out of control just outside of Benton City over the weekend. The fire started just before 1:30 p.m. Saturday in the 56,000 block of North Thomas Road. At least 3 helicopters were on scene dropping water on the blaze to help stop the spread. Officials say it appears the fire started in dry brush and spread to nearby homes.
Governor Jay Inslee has issued an emergency proclamation to help clear and repair roadways affected by wildfires in Ferry, Klickitat, Skagit, and Yakima counties. Since July, Washington has experienced abnormally dry weather conditions with periods of exceptionally high temperatures, creating high-risk fuel conditions in these counties. The resulting large number of fires has also created damage to transportation infrastructure, requiring increased response activity.
The Kennewick Police Department is sharing drone video showing the moment a 17-year-old with an active warrant for assault in the 3rd degree was taken into custody. A KPD officer spotted the teen walking in the area of 4th Avenue and South Union Street. Police say the suspect had committed several additional crimes since his warrant was issued and has a known affiliation with a local gang. He's been booked into the Benton Franklin Juvenile Justice Center on his warrant and several new charges.
The Special Olympics is canceling this year's state fall games. The Tri-Cities have been the host of these games since 2019. Special Olympics Washington says the decision was made after a thorough examination of resources. While the state fall games will not be happening this November as originally planned, athletes will still participate at regionals for bowling and flag football.
WSU Tri-Cities will be welcoming new students this morning at its annual Wave the Flag event. WSU alumni, faculty, staff, and community members will be waving flags and signs to make the incoming students feel welcome on campus on the first day of class.
Trending now, so TikTok trends can be hard to keep up with, and as soon as you think you know about one, there's already another one taking the internet by storm.
So if you think you've seen the word demure more in the past few days than you have in your entire life, well, you're not wrong and you're not alone, and we're going to explain why.
So this started when a TikTok user named Jules LeBron, whose TikTok handle is Julianne, went viral on the social media app for a video she posted where she's in the car describing her makeup look as, quote, very demure and very mindful.
She goes on to say she's not doing a heavy makeup look for work, and it's a video that's garnered more than 20 million views. So the definition of demure is modest, reserved, and coy, while being mindful means being aware. But Julie Annie's definition has expanded that, and she started to poke fun at herself, saying at a past job interview she had a wilder makeup look.
She has sparked many video recreations from hundreds of thousands of users where people describe their regular day-to-day tasks as demure. And a lot of those posts are tasks that aren't very demure at all.
Many celebrities have also hopped on this trend, with actor Penn Badgley posting a video of him filming his last season of the show You. Also, Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis posted while on the set of the Freaky Friday sequel.
As Jules continues to rise in popularity, she remains committed to promoting a positive message.
She says, quote, your demure is what it means to you. It's being mindful and considerate of the people around you, but also of yourself and how you present to the world.
Josh, is our weather looking very demure?
Given that I still don't actually know what it means.
Reserved, sure. Modest, coy.
A little bit, I suppose, yeah. Today, 50s, and, well, this morning, 50s and 60s, so you would need a light jacket as you're headed out the front door. A little bit later today, we'll have some modest demure temperatures for this time of the year in the 80s. Little tiny chance of a shower or thunderstorm for the Kittitas Valley, also for the Cascades. Those chances surge up into the end of this week, but look at temperatures trickling down to that fall-like territory.
That is so mindful of them. Thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find the latest updates on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Good Morning America is up next, and we'll be back with your local news and weather tonight at 5. Have a great day.